I'm back in the Brawliseum, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to string together a decent enough run with this deck, so I might end up finishing it out in ranked mode if I don't get enough good games. But while Wild was on my mind, I wanted to try out Dane's Big Rogue. Basically the centerpiece of it is Kobold Illusionist, and then you have Death Rattle synergies like Umbra and Baron Rivendare. Kobold Illusionist pulls out some big boys at the top end of the deck. We have some wild specific things like Kel'Thuzad, Sneeds, and Anub'arak. And we've even got Sylvanas down here. I copied this list card for card from a video he posted maybe a month or so ago. There are some choices that I think are a little odd, mostly just like the one-ofs, like there's a one-of Prep, one of Shadow Strike, one of Sap, one Belcher, one Vanish. But for now, I will defer to the Wild expert. Alright, Barnes is definitely good. Do I want to keep Backstab? It's not super good if he's a Control Warlock. Could be good if he's Zoo. And at 0 wins, you never really know what you're queuing into. I think it tends to not be that good against Warlocks, though. Okay. He does have the Kobold Librarian, so his deck's not totally whack. Looks like we're just gonna hero power this guy this turn. Could play the Cheat Death instead. I could go Cheat Death here, coin out Barnes next turn. If he kills Barnes, I can play Barnes Dagger on 4. If he kills the other thing, then I guess it really just depends what it is. I don't think I'm that scared of a 2-1. We'll go Cheat Death.
Side effects? No.
Wish I had that Backstab. Alright, what you got, Barnes? Something good. Kobold Illusionist, let's go. So I guess the best pull off of the Illusionist is probably just going to be Sludge Belcher. The other two look like they're just going to die this turn. Although if he leaves my guy up, then I guess it's a little different. If he leaves my guy up, then Kel'Thuzad is the best, like, by far. Okay. Pulled an Illusionist off my Illusionist. Kind of an interesting interaction with Cheat Death. Really disappointed that my deck doesn't punish that super hard. But I guess 1 free Eviscerate on the Millhouse is pretty good next turn. Another Illusionist. If I play my Umbra here, and then trade off my Kobold Illusionist, it's 50% to hit another Kobold Illusionist, which would then trigger and then be 50% to hit another Kobold Illusionist. Let's go for the Umbra play. Seems like it could be a hot play. Well, Sludge Belcher's good too. Not sure if trading there made sense, actually. I guess it was decent against Hellfire. Didn't do anything against Defile. Kind of a bummer of a turn.
Only a fool rejects the Lich King.
So it looks like this guy is actually playing a pretty standard looking deck, but he just has Prince Malchezaar for no apparent reason. I respect it. Next turn I can go double Illusionist, or maybe like Sonya Illusionist. Or I guess I could even go Illusionist plus either Eviscerate or Dagger. Wow, okay. Is this like a Kazakus deck or something? Or maybe just a, like a budget version? I don't know. Kel'Thuzad. Boy. So I should be getting 3 Kobold Illusionists, right? So there's no reason for me to play anything from hand here. Get him for 1 with the dagger, though. This deck is silly. Maybe I should actually be trying to get rid of this Sonya. She's gonna be clogging my hand. He has to be really careful clearing my board here, because say he just drops Hellfire, I have 4 chances to hit the Kel'Thuzad in my hand, and the 2 Kel'Thuzads on my board will get resurrected. Alright. Just some Illusionists. So I could just go Kel'Thuzad and then trade these off, and then I get a bunch of these back. I guess I would only get 2 of these back, but I'm probably getting some from my hand too. But then if I don't actually have a Kel'Thuzad in my hand, he's pretty free to just wreck my board. I guess we'll just see what happens. Anub'arak is nice. Kel'Thuzad. So I don't need to play anything here. Kel'Thuzad fills my board. The Anub'arak's probably going to my hand. Maybe I just burn a card here. And once again, we're back to this point where if he plays something like Hellfire, he has to worry about just pulling a Kel'Thuzad out of my hand. Oh shit, it's Pit Fighter. Is he dead? I have 9, 10, 11, 12. I have an Eviscerate. Man, this deck is silly. Hopefully we can do this 11 more times.
Watch your back.
Well, my first few turns don't look that good, but I do have the Illusionist for turn 4. There is no way this is an acceptable matchup for me. I guess I actually have a pretty decent hand for this matchup. I have the Illusionist into a Silver Vanguard, which is like one of the strongest things my deck can do. And I also have the Prep Vanish if it really comes down to it. Which honestly, this might just be a Prep Vanish. Ideally you play it into Living Mana, but I think I'm just not going to get that far. Was that worth it? Okay, this could actually be really good for me. Alright, so he's probably not going to kill my guy. I can backstab my guy, play Umbra, trade it off, and then get like a bunch of death rattles going. Can even eviscerate the crab in the same turn. Sap. Does sap change anything? Can sap this instead of eviscerating this? Seems worse, right? I guess it gets 2 things off the board. If I go for the eviscerate play, I actually have to leave this up, which is not great. But yeah, we'll sap this. Play this. Backstab the crab. And see what happens here. We get a Silver Vanguard, which pulls a Lich King. Alright, pretty good. Lich King protects the Umbra, we play a Silver Vanguard next turn. It pulls out, hopefully, Kel'Thuzad or Primordial Drake. Or I guess even Sneeds would be really good with Umbra on the board already. Okay, he has the Roar to kill the Lich King, but he can't kill Umbra, unless he has something else from hand. Now, if he had Savage Roar plus Power the Wild there, that would have been pretty gross. I think I'm actually favored from this position, though. Especially since he wasted 2 mana on a hero power there.
No walls can hold me. Punch first.
Yeah, so we get to clear his board. And we have giant minions in play. We have ways to get more giant minions in play. I mean, I guess I do have to keep in mind that he has Steady Shot, which can just kill me over a few turns. But I actually just have Lethal next turn if he doesn't do anything to my board. Alright, cool. So, let's see. 9, 10, 24. Can't beat him with the other Silver Vanguard, unfortunately. I was skeptical of the Prep Vanish, but they really came together that game.
Valera versus Gul'dan. Your soul shall be mine.
Watch your back.
Try to find the 4-drops. Got the Kobold Illusionist. If it pulls Lich King, that can be really strong. That's another good Illusionist target. The best one, actually. Cheat Death on Kobold Illusionist is quite good. First one hopefully pulls out the Silver Vanguard, and then on turn 6 we go Umbra Illusionist into Vanguard. Into Sneeds, heck yeah. The dream. What would you be coining here? Right, this is wild. They play that card.
Monsters behind you.
Yes, kill it for me. Alright. I don't think Mortal Coil's very common in these lists. He could have Defile. Okay, Dark Bomb. Do I want to play the Fan of Knives here? I don't love giving him the Demon.
Here we go.
I'm just gonna pass the turn. I don't want to give him the Demon, especially if it's Mal'Ganis. And I don't necessarily even want to draw cards, because I want my Illusionist to hit this Silver Vanguard. Not like a Barnes or a Mad Scientist or something. Cube, sure. Okay, and that was the worst demon for him to pull. So that worked out pretty well for me, I would say. Don't pull Sonya. Damn. I mean, I do get a card out of that, but it's not perfect. Doom Pact is a pretty sketchy Death Knight card. Interesting that he would trade like that, because his Void Caller doesn't kill my Umbra. I mean, obviously he has something to go with it, but... What are you doing, mate?
Soldiers of the cold dark, obey the call of Kel'Thuzad.
Like, he can have Siphon Soul for the Kel'Thuzad, but then Umber lives?
I see.
Oh my god. What has he done? What are you doing, friend? That wasn't the play. Oh wow, I am surprisingly close to lethal. What is this? This is 10, 23. Probably good to at least trade off the Lich King, so I can get a full-sized Lich King. I kind of like just pushing the rest of this face, though. I guess doing this could be good. Oh yeah, I don't get the card out of the second Lich King. I think I'm in an okay spot though, and if I did get the card I would overdraw. But I do think a Death Knight card's probably better than anything in my deck. Especially when he's at 4 and Death Coil is just lethal. Not really sure what he can do here though. Okay. Like, even if he clears the board here, I can very often just Frostmourne him in the face. I guess if he has some clear that drops, like, drops a Void Lord, because he does have the 2 Void Callers now, but even then I could just equip Frostmourne and then potentially Vanish for lethal next turn. Okay, this is a good start though. Alright, this turn is actually pretty gross. I might even be losing, which is disgusting. But let's see. 8, 11, he has 5 health Voidwalkers. I go this guy, this guy, this guy, backstab. And then I can go Lich King, dagger. I don't think I have a lethal here. Oh wait, he only gets 1 Voidwalker. I'm an idiot. This is easy lethal. At least I got there in the end. That was almost really embarrassing though.